Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80, Cougar 19.
Straight to the air they go. He connects with the rookie from LSU. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
At the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37.
18, Rattler, 18. Ready. 19, Light. 60, Maverick. 60, Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
To the air on first down. Sanders. Caught. That's Arian Smith. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard
Let's go
line.
now. 18, fight in. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's taken down at the 30. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Sanders taking a chance to the end zone. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Dragon 60. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
60 Eagles, 60, Buffalo 18. 18 Rebel, 18 Rebel.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
69, Cowboy 80.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Well, he got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Cougar 19.
Quick throw finds about right. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
To the air again. Daniels. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. Working quickly here.
19, Warriors 65, 19, Dragon 6.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Downfield, and he has McConkey. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, here's Jordan. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot. He fell just short of getting them the touchdown.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. The tight end in motion now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Benson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out front. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 18 Pioneer. Cup 19.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
Quarterback of his renounce, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
79 Bronco, 60 Maverick, 60 Panther 11.
Throwing again here, Sanders. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the gain's going to be to the 34-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Completed left side to Smith. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 10.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have it on 3rd and 9.
70 Warriors, 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lion.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Fields this at the 19. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
To kick off.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's check.
And off to Benson to start the drive. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Get 22 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st down, Houston.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Option play they give to Benson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Hey, kick, go.
This time it's a passing play. He finds Sampson out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
From the red zone now. Brought in. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Offense up to the line fast.
18 more yards.
Ready,
Another Texan.
Ready, ready.
Benson will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a second quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
Tyler Bass.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. Let's give a tip of cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or 2 short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
19, Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He's cut. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And the Bengals, 1st down.
Come on.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready. Panther 6, Warriors 70. Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
Sanders going to look to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. 18. Let's go. 60, 19 Charger. 19. 18.
Daniels from the pistol. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move this chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. McConkey's got it again. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready.
Benson off his own read. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Manages a gain of 3 there. And it'll be a 1st down Texans.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Daniels going to keep it. And he only manages 1. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, Those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket now. They've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 go.
Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure, everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field. That's exactly what the defense just did.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Bengals 7. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Panther 11. Panther 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lions. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That's his back. Here's Barkley. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
And 5 at the 32-yard line.
With a gun, here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. We've set it down from the 37.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60. Warriors 70. Ready.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders. Look at that power. Deep left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Got it. Ready?
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 back. Come on. Set. Not Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup Dragon 60. Ready.
Working out of the gun. Sanders. Completed to his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Cut that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
19 tight. Mustang 19.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
First down.
Mustang 19,
First
18
and 10
Cardinals,
at the
18 Cardinals.
34-yard line.
70 range, Bronco 80. 18 Rattler, 18 Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now Sanders. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to get that one to Arian Smith. So it's second down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Cougar 19. Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
Sanders now on third down. Finds Barkley underneath. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On first down, here's Sanders. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Bengals 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has it at the 11. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Man in motion here.
Back to 60, back to 6, 18, Robert, 18, Pioneer.
Daniels on first down. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Let's go now. 19 Wyatt. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes the pocket. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Punt meets him at the 28. And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Warriors 70. Trap 19, 8, come 19, come 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, go!
He'll throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time, and it sets up second down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And this one doesn't go far. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Stephanie! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight. Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
One final shot before the half. On the move, hit it right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott all set for the kickoff. Starting at the 10. Oh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Houston.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in, getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory.
60 even. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. 65 18.
Daniels now on first down. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Here we go.
And they send them back in motion right.
First down.
There's a screen to Benson. He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Ready?
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plunges or if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Bass now to kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lions. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Viking 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Throwing again here, Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Drops it off to Barkley, complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warrior 70. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
70 Lions. 70 Lions. Ready.
Completed left side to Smith. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
60. Ready. Bronco 80. Go street. Ready.
Sanders going to look to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Cup 19. 68. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19.
To the air, Sanders gets his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
60 Bison, 18 Pioneer, 60 Maverick, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19 Lions. Let's go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They get 19 on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
At the 12-yard line.
Get up, 18 Cardinal, 18 Panther 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warrior 70. Ready.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start the second half with some needed points. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 14. This makes it up to the 25.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. 60 Vices, 60 Vices. 77 Wolf.
Now begin this drive with Benson. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got second and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
19.
They give on second to Benson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7.
Dragon 60. Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Bronco 80. Hurt. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cup 19. Cup Mustang 19. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got it inside the 25. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Tank Dell, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
Texans 31, Bengals 21. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 23-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Victoria 70. 70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Looking out of the gun. Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
19 Tiger. 19. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready to run.
Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Looking to return from the 29. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Texans have fought their way to a strong lead, and they've got the football.
Got it. Ready?
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Now give. It's Benson headed right. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Ready, ready.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Check smash. Check smash.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let's go. Alert. Alert. 70. Hey, crash. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18.
Benson once more. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Liking 18. Ready? Reload. Hawk, set, ready.
The give now to Benson. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's going to be encouraged out of bounds there with a pickup of 4 and 2nd and 6.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
2nd down carry for Sampson. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Daniels from the pistol. Into the hands of Dell. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. Tank Dell, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21.
42. Bengals 21. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Bravo 80. Mustang 19. Trap 60. 18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Chased out to his right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Here's Sanders now. Throw left side, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd and
60
2.
Bison. 60 Bison. Let go.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here we go. Panther 11. Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. Ready.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders. Oh, put some heat on this deep. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
And 10 from the 32.
Set.
It's Benson on the give. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They send a tight end in motion. Back to Benson here on second. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Black 80, black.
Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. On 3rd down, Herbert escapes the sack. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Texans set to punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. He has it at the 22. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, right?
Back to work after throwing the pick. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read. Brock got him on a pick on the last drive, and he should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception, you don't like back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
He's him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Let's go now. Trap 60, Mustang 19, Panther 11, Panther 18, Pioneer, Buffalo 18. Go.
Sanders back to throw. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's looking for Arian Smith, and that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Lions. Warriors 70.
Sanders now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Trap 60, Trap 60. Mustang 19. Ready.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Dumps it off to Barkley, complete. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
18, Pioneer.
From the red zone on first. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
79 Broncos.
Going again here, Sanders. And they pick him off again! Terrion Arnold has it! And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This one left for Daniels. So the Texans come away with the road win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Cincinnati.